The World Food Programme, UNICEF, and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations reported a slight improvement in the food situation in areas controlled by the Yemeni government. The three United Nations agencies stated that Yemen remains, however, one of the most food insecure countries in the world, mainly driven by the impact of conflict and economic decline. This report has more.
According to a new UN report, the food security situation in Yemen's government-controlled districts has improved, dropping to 22%. The report didn't cover the Houthi-ruled areas due to the restrictions imposed by them on relief organizations and their local partners. This integrated food security phase classification report covered 118 districts and areas under the control of the legitimate Yemeni government. However, the number of people facing severe acute food insecurity remains very high and of great concern in the majority of the analyzed districts. The IPC is an innovative multi-partner initiative for improving food security and nutrition analysis and decision-making. By using the IPC classification and analytical approach, governments, UN agencies, NGOs, civil society, and other relevant actors work together to determine the severity and magnitude of acute and chronic food insecurity and acute malnutrition situations in a country, according to internationally recognized scientific standards. At the same time, the population with severe needs is projected to increase, starting June, with Yemen remaining one of the most food insecure countries in the world. The report warned that these modest improvements were only a temporary reprieve, as the key drivers of food insecurity remain and are projected to worsen during the period from June to December 2023. The report showed that between January and May 2023, about 3.2 million people experienced high levels of acute food insecurity in government-controlled areas, representing a 23% drop from the period between October and December 2022. The area level classification is expected to deteriorate further during the projection period for acute malnutrition, with all 16 zones being classified in IPC Phase 3 and above. The main drivers of the deterioration include a projected 20% shortfall in humanitarian assistance, an anticipated increase in food and fuel prices to about 30% above the average levels, and the continuation of conflict in frontline districts.
The Central Bank of the Yemen warned exchange companies against accepting deposits and distributing profits to customers. The Central Bank of Yemen confirmed that exchange companies are limited to buying and selling foreign currencies and money transfers only, noting that punitive measures will be taken against the violating institutions. More is in the following report.
The Central Bank of Yemen warned exchange companies against accepting deposits and distributing profits to customers, as it is being promoted on social media. The Central Bank confirmed that exchange companies are limited, according to the law, to buying and selling foreign currencies and money transfers only, and are not allowed to maintain any type of bank accounts, noting that banks are authorized, according to the law, to practice this type of banking business. Exchange companies and institutions took advantage of the liquidity crisis in banks, especially in the first 4 years of the war that began in 2015, and many customers withdrew their deposits and moved from dealing with the banks to the exchange sector and companies. An official banking source said the government monetary institutions, represented by the Central Bank of Yemen, is committed to precautionary policies and procedures, strict implementation of laws, and putting an end to acts that violate the banking system, which leads to the reorganization of the monetary financial cycle. Bankers believe that the exchange companies and shops carry out the tasks of banks and exercise a role greater than their size and authorizations, in accordance with the applicable banking laws, and this was at the expense of the official banking sector in Yemen in general. The central bank in Iran had warned in early May of what it described as destructive and illegal measures against financial and banking sector, stressing that the laws governing and regulating the work of financial and banking institutions are the laws of the Republic of Yemen, issued by its internationally recognized legal and elected constitutional institutions.